This is Out Loud and Laughing.
Hi, chosen fam. Welcome back to the studio. Today, we are joined by a couple that literally took their love on a race around the world. One is a gravity-defying acrobat, and the other is a powerhouse dancer who has shared the stage with everyone from Britney Spears to the queens of RuPaul's Drag Race live. And now, powerhouses in Las Vegas. They've navigated the high-stakes world of Las Vegas entertainment, one in Circus du Soleil and the other in Magic Mike Live, and also navigated the even higher stakes of reality TV on The Amazing Race. Please welcome the incredible, the talented, and the very fit Mark Romain and Brett Hamby. Welcome, boys.
Thank you. Oh, yeah.
I'm just
Oh, yeah.
proud.
No, yeah, yeah. We're super happy to be here. I'm excited to talk to you guys. We really enjoyed listening to some of your guys' episodes, actually. So,
Awesome. We are absolutely thrilled, and you two are so cute together. We love your energy. So we're very happy to have you here. We've been watching your journey, though, and honestly, seeing a healthy, communicative gay couple on a show as intense as The Amazing Race, I can't even communicative, so y'all are killing it. But seeing you guys on a show as intense as The Amazing Race was such a breath of fresh air. And so before we get into the globe-trotting drama, let's get back to the beginning. You both work in Vegas entertainment. Mark, you're a dancer and model, and Brett, you're an acrobat. But did you guys meet in Vegas? Isn't there a brother involved? What is this? What's happening?
yeah.
Tell us.
So
Tell us
actually,
the
we
story.
did not. Yeah, you go ahead.
So yes, we did not meet in Vegas. We actually met in LA. Kind of long story short, I had worked with his twin brother's then boyfriend
In Hong Kong. Yes.
Got it.
Yeah.
Which
Did
was the
you?
first place we went to for the race.
Yeah.
Actually,
Oh,
and actually
wow.
on the race, because he had worked in Hong Kong, he knew that the taxi driver was taking us in the wrong direction. So
Oh,
it did help us a little bit in that regard. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my brother said, "Hey, my boyfriend and his friends from Hong Kong are coming. We're gonna go out dancing. Do you want to come with us?" And I was like, "Yeah." So then I kind of like walked in.
With all his bags, like 40
I was like studying at that time for stuff that I'll never use.
So
right.
they never.
No, never. So yeah, so we kind of locked eyes, which was really interesting. I don't know. It's kind of like that moment where we really did kind of have like an instant connection. So, and then, we went out dancing that night and, I was like, what's going on after
I
that?
get
Yeah.
it. But I mean, you have a twin brother, Mark, who is also
Yes.
gay?
Yes. He's also gay. And then we also used to dance together, pretty much the whole time I was in LA. So all the jobs I did, we did together. So, yeah. So
Also married to a white man with the beginning initial of B. So
Oh.
twins through and through.
that's
listen-
exactly why we got married.
Exactly. And Brett
Because
was like, he's cute, but he's taken, but I found the brother.
I
You
came
know.
first. I came first. Okay.
and I feel like we're twins, but I feel like we're pretty different. I
Yeah.
don't think they'd survive each other.
No.
They wouldn't
So then
survive
what was
each
the
other.
moment you decided, like, this is my person then? You said it was
Yeah.
pretty quick.
Well, it was that moment. I feel like in my head I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna marry that person." And I went to the bathroom and I was like, "Mark, you don't be crazy. Don't be crazy. Don't be crazy." So we did go out dancing and then we went to like our first day we went on like on a hike and it was nice. And I think it was nice 'cause we didn't really get married or even engaged until we were together for like 5 or 6 years. I think it was nice because we experienced like losing jobs, moving cities, getting pets, losing family members. So we experienced a lot of life together before we decided like, oh, but I feel like it was always kind of leading to that anyway. So.
Yeah. I think by the time we got engaged, like it was just like, this is the next step that, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't a question. I mean, it was like, please marry me, but it was like, I know you're going to say yes. I know that like,
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah.
You asked the question, but like,
We already knew it was gonna happen. I also was like, I told him, I was like, you're gonna have to be the one to propose because I've already been like, I want to move in together, I want to live together, I want to. So like, you have to
You
make
do
the final.
something.
Yeah.
yeah, I do something finally.
Also,
Yeah.
I have a quick question. So, okay, so you met in LA. You guys were living in LA. What brought you to Vegas?
My job. I auditioned for Le Rev the Dream. And I booked it finally. And I was like, well, I'm gonna go do this cool thing over here. I was like, do you want to do long distance? And he was like, no.
That's actually close to what happened.
Yeah.
He said we should do long distance, and I said no, we're not going to do that.
Well, it's like it was new, so I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't want to put like a lot of pressure of like I never lived with somebody before, and I didn't want to make him move all the way to all the way to Vegas. For me, if so I was like, well, we can
Yeah.
try this for a little bit and see whatever. And he was like, no, absolutely not.
No. So, but it was really fun because I was sitting in the audience at the Shania Twain show, and he was at the audition, sitting watching Le Rev. And I'd been doing some spot dates or whatever, and he was auditioning, and we were texting each other. I was like, I really want to be in this show. And he was like, I really want to be in this show. And I was like, all right, let's make it happen. And actually, it didn't happen right away either, but we both ended up doing it, which was really nice. So I feel like that's also kind of how the race worked. Like ever since we were together from the beginning, we were like, we're gonna do the race. And sometimes we kind of just say things until it happens. So there's certain things we've been saying around the house for a year or so, and
Yeah.
they're gonna happen, and we can't not gonna say it out loud, but here. But that's kind of how we live as well. It's like we kind of just say things are happening until they happen.
John and I love the idea of manifestation for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
So is what I'm hearing you guys are going to paint your entire house chartreuse? That's a great idea. I love it.
Oh, if we could tell you what color that was.
Oh, that's such a John color.
I pulled my gay out way too early on this episode. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard that
Yeah.
word before. Could
Yeah.
you explain what chartreuse is? It purple? Is
No,
it pink?
it's a lime green. It's like that
Oh.
very fancy lime green.
It
Fancy
doesn't
lime
sound
green.
green at all.
I know.
It sounds like plum.
I thought like a light
Right.
blue, honestly.
Yeah.
Well, we
Yeah.
did just like color drench our whole bedroom, this like gray, brown, black color.
I love it. It's like a
It's a
cave.
little cave.
Yes.
What's the name of the
so-
paint color? Because I love the name of paint colors. Do you guys remember? Does it have some
New
funny
York
name?
Anonymous.
New York Anonymous.
Oh,
Yeah.
back
I-
room, dark. I like it.
I'd click on that square on the grid. New York Anonymous.
Yeah. Is that bringing back memories for you?
Yeah.
Oh my
The
gosh.
PTSD is real.
I want to talk a little bit about the Vegas though part of all this before we jump into like the race and all of that, because people see Vegas as very glitz, and there's obviously a real community there outside of the shows that people go there for vacation. And you know, I just kind of want to learn a little bit about the gay culture, right, in Vegas, because I was in Vegas recently and there's no gay culture really on the strip. There's gay on the strip, but there's no gay culture. And so like,
Ugh.
what's the balance of all of that?
And I'm gonna age myself, but there used to be the best gay club on the strip.
And they kicked us out.
They kicked you out?
No, I'm saying they kicked us off the strip.
Oh, they kicked us off.
But
the
they would
strip.
have kicked me out in my
And now we
20s.
need to talk about
What gays do you know that are rushing to Las Vegas is the problem. Like,
Mm.
no gay friends I have that don't live here are like, I better get to Vegas. They come here to see a DJ, they go see that DJ, and then they leave. So they're not coming here for like gay specific or queer events.
Yeah,
So
I think the community has grown over the years, and I think like the reason why I like going to the Pride here, although it's like the wrong time of the year, we need to change that, but whatever. Is that especially like the festivals, because you can just see a bunch of people that you've never. I'm like, oh, you're queer, you're whatever, you live here. Like, where have you been? Like, we don't go to the club that much anymore. So
yeah, but also like I feel like there's a lot, like you have to look because like our friends have a young equal volunteer group for youth, like young queer youth, and seeing them get together is really nice. There's an event we went to where the Bears of Las Vegas were giving funding to different queer groups in Las Vegas, and then there's things happening at the center, and then so like there are pockets of queer community. I just feel like it's not as
we don't have like I think like mostly every big town that has a lot of gay queer people has like kind of a central hub for the most part, and our Fruit Loop is, but it's not. There's like 2 clubs, and that's not really like foster that much community.
Yeah.
So we're a little more spread out, I think, but we do exist. There's a lot of us here. It's just kind of fine.
Yeah. And I feel like what was really cool though is like watching like someone like Anitra, who like was genuinely our local queen, and Brett and I were obsessed with her for so long, and seeing her like ascend to how well she did on Drag Race. So it was really fun to see. There are like pieces of Vegas that get out there, and there's been more people coming, like queer, like drag queens and people coming to Vegas. But I definitely think it's pretty segmented and not really like available publicly on its face as like other cities might be, for sure.
Yeah, because I mean, when I was in Vegas, there was only 2 clubs, right? And those clubs were good. I mean, there was like people there. But I have to imagine in Vegas, though, your schedules are not 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. So it's probably really hard to meet up with friends and have that balance, because everyone's schedule is probably all over the place, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they come and they have a bunch of plans, and and I love when they reach out because if there is a time to squeeze to see them, like we'll try to grab it if we can. It's just kind of hard because it's like you're here for a reason. You're not really here to see us, so let's just see if we can jump in somewhere.
And
You know?
also I feel like, so like you said, building community requires like time available to like see each other. So like
Yeah.
our game nights start at midnight because that's the time that like our shows are off on the same night. So there's definitely a lot of challenges being a performer. Everyone's like, oh, you get to perform, it's amazing, it's so much fun, and it is. But like all our shows
Hard.
have different nights off. So there's a lot of challenge in building community here. And so we haven't really quite found the resolution to that. And we've been here for a long time. We do have like groups of friends we play games with, but like I think what would be really cool that we talked about is having like a communal coffee, vinyl record plant game kind of space, like shop, community place. I don't know, where people gather in person. You know what I mean? Like something in there,
I'm
other
getting
places besides clubs to gather, you
Yeah.
know?
I'm getting like the Friends coffee shop, but just gayer.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and like
Chartreuse
way
everywhere.
gay. Oh,
Chartreuse everywhere.
Uh, I was getting RuPaul drag races workroom and then like coffee stations and like places where you can check your eyebrows out, make sure you're
Right.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
I'm
yeah.
thinking like earthy,
like a Hugo vibe, like very Hugo, comfortable, like, just
Mhm.
clean.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
get
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I like it. It's
Yeah.
a vibe.
Yeah.
It's a vibe for
Yeah.
sure. You guys having, being in a place where it brings so much global talent. I was sort of just joking about the RuPaul's Drag Race, but Mark, you've been a part of RuPaul Drag Race Live. So I do feel like there is some sort of magnetism. I wish that we had more gay culture to throw at Vegas. I feel like we just don't have it all yet.
Yeah, and I honestly, I feel like I wonder if people come to Vegas to gamble and watch DJs and do other things. So I don't really know what the solution is, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I do say that we've enjoyed connecting with a lot of queer people here in Vegas, playing games and doing a lot of things. So I think a big emphasis is just not on. I think people come to Vegas to club, to gamble, to party, and I think a lot of the queer spaces here aren't built around that. So I feel like they might seem like they're invisible, but they're around.
I was watching your socials recently, and you guys are definitely game people, which means you guys are very, very competitive. What was that game you guys were playing?
Which
It
one?
was it was some card game, like, it was almost like a fantasy type thing. Am I reading it right? I don't know. You were doing some game night not too long ago. I thought I saw.
Was it last week?
Might have been.
We were playing two games. There was
Yeah, we
one
played
that was
that.
called like Abracadabra, what, and it was like these little spell tiles,
Yes,
and you
yes.
had to like throw the spells at each other, but you didn't know
You had
what
to
spells
get
you
yeah,
had.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was
So
like, "These
That's
boys
fun.
are
actually,
competitive."
It
well, I've learned how to have fun and not have to win. So that's a hard lesson, but I did
That's
learn it.
That feels like a good segue into my next question. Let's talk about the
Oh,
race.
because we lost? Is that oh, that's so convenient.
Was that a mean host way to segue into a question? I need to take notes on myself. That wasn't very nice.
I
was
mean,
perfect.
it's
Perfect.
it's
Not
not
true.
wrong.
Well, no, and it does highlight both of your competitive spirits. You both have been. You mentioned being fans since you both were young, and then having also like when you met, saying that we're going to do this. However, there's a big difference, right, between watching it from your couch and actually being in a taxi in a foreign country with no money left, unless you're going back to a country that like Tokyo. Where was it? Hong Kong, China? I'm
Hong
sorry.
Kong, yeah.
Hong Kong.
Hong Kong. Was there a moment during filming where the fan part of yourself like shut out and the brain shut off? Like you just sort of like realized you're in it and you're like, gotta go.
Survival.
Survival mode for sure.
From the beginning.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Like like throw especially that first episode, but like throw all of your things what you're gonna do out the window because you have to like I think like the excitement was building. Like we knew what to expect because like kind of because we've seen the show so long. But once you're in it,
Mm.
And I have to say, I don't think that's entirely a good thing because immediately I feel like the fan part dropped for us and it's a lot of stress because you were shot out of a cannon.
Yeah.
All your decisions you're not thinking straight because you are so focused on like, oh, I don't want to lose, I don't want to go home, I don't want this, I don't want that, I don't want this, I don't want that. And so I feel like for the first few legs, we experienced a lot of bad luck, a lot of things that were out of our control, and they only showed part of it. So I feel like we got to the fifth leg and we were like, hey, if we're not going to have fun, then like, why are we still here?
This is the ball like,
Yes. And we were like, no matter what happens, it's like, we're going to go have fun. And the first thing that happened was our taxi went 45 minutes out in the wrong direction.
Whoops.
And so we were like, well, thank God we had this talk because we are struggling. But I will say that when we flipped to having a little bit more fun and being a little bit more of a fan of what we were doing, we did so much better. And it was so important. So yeah.
Yeah. I think that'd be like the advice for anyone who's going on for the first time, I think would be like, it is very stressful. And like, if you've been in any stressful situation, like the calmer you can be, the better you're gonna like navigate or be there or be present. And that makes it easier to remind yourself like, this is cool. Like you don't have to stop and like sightsee, like, oh my God. Like, no, but as you're like, you can, if you have a second, like if you're watching someone do their side of, you know, the roadblock or whatever, you can be like, oh, that's cool. 'Cause that's like, it is really cool. So, you know, take those moments before you have to like shoot off again. Cause it just is, it makes it more exciting, more fun. It makes it more fun and you do better.
Well, you guys would have definitely beat me because I would have just been staring at Phil the whole time. Just saying. Yeah,
He's
I would have
very
lost.
charismatic. He's
Yeah.
very, very charismatic.
It's fun.
And he loves, I mean, I know a lot of straight people love gossip, but Phil loves gossip more than anybody. He's at the top of the list. Probably it's like Phil and me and Josiah, like all of the
Yeah.
people who love gossip.
And a housewife gets thrown in there somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
You mentioned that you actually fought less than you expected on the show. And so when my husband and I watch the show, we're always like, yep, that would have got us a divorce. That would have got us a divorce. So in a pressure cooker like that, like how did you manage to stay so supportive when things were going wrong?
Before we went on the race, we were like, I can't wait for everyone to see how you talk to me, and I can't wait to see how you treat me. And then it turns out we treated each other pretty good. So
Yeah, you guys did good.
Thanks. I think we probably argue more in day-to-day life, but I
Yeah.
think
it's good to know that
Yeah.
when the stakes were that high, that we were able to like treat each other with some compassion and respect. And honestly, we did disagree more than the show showed. However, we were like, oh, I hope they didn't show it. And then we saw the degree of how much other people disagreed, and we were like, oh, our disagreements were boring.
Yeah.
Because we were like, I don't like the way you
I
treat
said
me.
right,
And I'm like, oh my God, I'm sorry. What did I do? This is what you did. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's not do that again. So it was very straightforward.
Yeah.
And that's, not very interesting.
Yeah.
So but I think before we went on the show, I would say when we got off the show, we got a lot of messages from individuals who were like, we didn't realize we were going to have any kind of representation for the queer community at all. We didn't think about it at all. We didn't think about us going on the show being any kind of reflection on the queer community or gay couples or whatever. However, before we went on the show, we did say to each other, like, we would like not to be characterized as like a catty gay couple. But we don't really treat each other like with, sarcasm in that way. Anyways, my whole point being is that like, I think going into the show, we also knew we wanted to treat each other with kind of like respect and compassion. So
Yeah, I agree. And I think we've gone through a lot of things in our lives where we've had to deal with like very traumatic, big life things. And I think we always do really well in a crisis like that. And we've learned through those experiences how we deal. And so I think something as pressurized as the race and like doing, you know, going through that, it was not similar at all, but it was like we know how to navigate like those tough situations.
Yeah.
And honestly, not having like a phone, not having to worry like dogs are taken care of, this is taken care of, like this is what you focus on. It created more space for me anyways, to like, be compassionate. Like I never wanted him to feel I never wanted him to feel like if something happened and like, you know, we went out or whatever, or we got behind people, like I would never want him to feel upset or like he let us down or anything like that, because I was like, that could happen to both of us. It's no one's fault. Like we're trying the best we can. And I was like, I would hate for him to feel like he,
yeah, I think when the stakes were that high, especially for the race, we saw it as us versus the race, not like us versus each other to try to make sure we get through the race.
That's
And I
right.
think that helped a lot. So like, it was never like versus each other, like you need to do this or I need to do that so we can get through this. It was always like, okay, like it's us versus the race, no matter what challenge either of us has.
Kind of has to be. You're either winning the race or losing the race. Either
Oh
way, it's
my
Right.
god.
together.
But
Right, right.
I think like a big win here is like it sounds like you guys took a lot away from the experience and brought
Yeah.
that home, and I think that's priceless.
Right.
Yeah, I think the race definitely changed our life in that way as well. Like I feel like we learned a lot about communication. We learned a lot about me needing to listen and not take control. Things are going on. We learned a lot about him needing to like be proactive and speak up and
Well, that's
you
so funny
know.
because I was
Is that
very good.
yeah, you were
Anyways,
great. I'm saying that's what I'm saying. We learned that in the race and we've been able to bring that home, which is nice.
Sweet.
I
Well,
loved watching you two on the challenges too. I feel like you guys did really. I mean, you guys are fit people too, so that kind of lends itself. But some of the dancing and stuff does get hard. So, like, tell me, like, were they that easy? Were they that hard? Like,
Well, so the thing is I feel like as performers, we lived a million lives. So like
yes,
we like our job is to show up, someone tell you to do something you kind of never done before, and you need to make it look like you know what you're doing. But that was part of the bad luck that we had in the beginning of the race, is because
mm,
nobody saw how good we were at the challenges because no one was around to see us. So that was really fun. So the challenges were super, super fun. I love to do more of them. I wanted to do some of the ones from the past that took like 4 to 6 hours. Like
yeah. The
we never got stuck
digging
in
for the
you
flags in the sand. Like, remember that one?
right.
Ugh.
And like looking for the like the pottery when they had to find the symbols or whatever.
Yeah.
But like
yes.
the longest we
yeah,
got
tea tasting one.
the tea tasting one.
Oh, yeah.
I never wanted to do any of the tasting ones where you had to memorize like the eight and then never tell you what is wrong. It's like the cheese. It's
Cheese.
like basically
Yeah,
we did it. You're right. We did
Yeah,
do it.
the cheese one I remember.
But
he was he was so fast on the Bulgaria dance. I was even surprised how fast he did that. And he's like, I knew he'd be fast, but I was like, I was barely settled in, and the camera guy's like, "What's happening?" I was like, "Oh, I know. Maybe just sign a lister here." And I was like, him popping out and like crushing it. And I was
Gotta
like,
go.
"Oh, okay. Well, see you later."
I know, and if only that had happened on a race where we weren't already that rate that leg we actually finished 2 hours ahead of everybody. Um, but uh
Is there a benefit to finishing early? Like, are you able to then just do what you wish?
Yeah, you get to gossip with the host.
Well, fair.
yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
There's not a lot of it. I mean, so they
Yeah.
sequester you as soon as you finish
Yeah.
that leg. So
Yeah.
but the airport is the best place to
Yeah,
gossip.
that's all they got.
That's where, and I think a lot of the fans always say they want more stuff at the airport, and I'm telling you, that's when all the
That's the
gossiping happens.
kiki.
There's where I think like Brett would get tired of it because every team would come in and I'd be like, let's debrief. And Brett's like, you've already done this 3 times. I was like, yeah, but we don't know what they went through. So, and I mean, I don't even did they show Han and Holden talking to Josiah and Alyssa
No,
at
I
the
don't think
airport?
so. Malone.
I think
The
like some of the
editing.
craziest shit happened at the airport.
It was
Like
like
Han and Holden trying to convince Josiah and Alyssa to give them their express pass
because
before France in order to save them versus it just wild stuff happened
That's
at the
right.
airport.
I mean,
You got to shoot your shot.
yeah.
So, but you never
Yeah.
get to see it. And then everyone going back and forth about like, oh my God. So there's a lot of strategizing before Bali in the airport, before the driver's seat. So like even that mat at the end of Bali, a lot of the really heightened emotions came
Yeah.
from all of the strategizing that was happening at the airport beforehand, that no one really gets to see. So
All right, I'm gonna need you all after this to hop off, email Phil a spin-off of I want Amazing Race Untucked for sure.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, there's enough footage
Yeah.
for sure.
Oh, guys, thank you for taking us on that journey with you. That's super fun. We have a tradition here where we put our guests in the hot seat to see what they're
Yeah.
really made of, and it's time for this or that, the Vegas Race Edition. We're gonna throw out some options. Don't overthink it. Just give us your gut reaction. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
It's time for another round of this or that, the unhinged get to know you game. Awesome. All right, I'll kick it off. Scruff or no scruff, and you could each decide, and you could tell us why.
Scruff.
Rough.
Because I'm almost 40. I don't know. It's nice.
Do you guys prefer a first class flight or a private bungalow?
Yeah.
I know what my preference is.
I think bungalow.
Yeah, because you're going to spend more time in a private bungalow, and I've never been on a first class flight, so I don't know what I'm missing.
I
So
agree. And on a flight, you could be like naked in your bungalow. You can enjoy your life, or on the private. Yeah, I agree.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Wait, is the private bungalows on the water?
Let's put it on the water in Bali. It's
Yeah. If you
private.
don't know,
You
okay,
know.
then private
Yeah, I
bungalow.
know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Just sold.
Yeah.
And there's
Okay,
service,
yeah,
like
okay, great.
so there's like service, like meals and stuff at the private bungalow. It's like Beyonce's private bungalow, I think for
Yeah,
sure.
but also her
Yeah.
private jet. So I'll do both.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. 100%. The jet, yeah, exactly.
I think the private jet comes with the private.
Right. So then
Yeah,
private
so
bungalow, yeah.
Us gays have a really tough time with this game. I think it's going to morph into this and that in very, very soon.
Oh,
No, not just you guys, everybody. Me
it
too.
is turning into this and that.
I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, how am I getting to my bungalow? Duh, on a private jet.
Right,
Hello.
exactly.
All right, next one. Are you guys hanging out on the strip or are you guys hanging out at a local gay bar? I think we haven't even given you the right option here, but you have to pick between those two.
Oh, I mean, local gay bar.
Yeah.
I
Don't go to the
can't,
strip unless you
You
have
have
to.
to.
unless you want to go and patronize all of our beautiful performers at all of our wonderful shows,
Yes.
And
then
pay.
go to the strip 100%. But we'll be at the local gay bar.
But wait, I'm
Yeah.
gonna turn it really quickly. So then a board game night at home or a local gay bar?
A board game night at home.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm the
We'll
same.
be at the board game night at home
Yeah.
for
I
sure.
love it.
Yeah,
I hate
yeah.
lines. I
Drinks are
hate
cheaper,
crowds.
you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
music's better.
You can
All of the
hear us
above.
yell at each other.
Hey guys, I just learned today that the only reason why Brian lives in New York and in that climate is because 4 months out of the year he can say no to people because it's too cold to go anywhere. So
I say no to everyone for 4 months, and I love it. That's why I love winter, because I don't have to make plans.
that's so great.
Brilliant.
That's, we were in New York during the winter storm.
Yeah.
And one of the things we said was it's crazy because people out here are acting like there's no weather. Like people were just hanging out on the
I
street
know.
at like 11 p.m. at like 8-degree weather.
Yeah.
That's not you?
Fireplace and soft music. We're good.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I love that.
All right. Put on your baseball caps, boys, because we are playing the game. Who is pitching? Who is catching? And who is the shortstop?
Sounds like shortstops in between, right? Sounds
Listen,
like
we love a
shortstop is
side.
this-
John and I discovered a side.
Oh, what'd you say?
We consider the shortstop the side now.
Yeah.
Oh, you consider the shortstop the side, so that
Yeah.
so the shortstop is not this and that.
Yeah.
No.
Shortstop's just kind of hanging out in the corner.
got it.
Shortstop is like that ain't going in there.
What does the relief pitcher do when he's not relief pitching?
He's a cuck. Let's just be honest.
And I
Straight
don't know
up.
what that word means.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm dirtying your ears. Well,
Yeah, I'm very innocent.
go
I've
do
lived
your own
north.
research and then come back to us in our
Okay.
DMs.
How do you spell that again?
CUCK. Have fun.
Yeah.
Enjoy, y'all.
I'm at training camp, so like we don't really, we got to try out all the positions.
Apparently so.
to find
I
out
agree. Listen, if you
Yeah.
play all the positions, you're more well-rounded.
100%.
Absolutely.
Maybe on this team they don't need a pitcher. Maybe on this team they need a catcher. Maybe on that team they need a pitcher. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean?
I agree.
I'm a free agent.
And
Free
maybe you're
agent.
just the water boy. Maybe you're just the water boy for everybody, you know?
And everyone
and-
and we need that. The team
This,
needs a water boy.
and this, and this.
And that, yeah, exactly.
This,
Again,
this,
this
this.
and that.
2026, yeah, I feel like we're just putting people in baseball boxes. You know what I mean? Like they should be able to play whatever position they want to play.
Yeah, even the water boy.
So good.
Are you guys into chests? Like up here chests or butts? Like down there butts?
Where else do the chests go?
Well,
Like chest-
sometimes it's like chess or checkers and it's like chest. I guess I guess I should articulate.
Got it. Well, I'm gonna turn it into this and that. So how about you answer?
I both are good, but I the butt.
The butt.
Yeah.
I prefer.
It's the
Yeah.
heated rivalry of it all right now, guys. The butt
Right.
is like
I was in it before. we did Roadblocks, and
Oh,
after
yeah,
that, how could you
one.
not be?
That one's
but-
another level. So
That's like-
100%.
that is like top level. Like I've never seen an ass like that ever.
No.
Like that was
No,
that
and the
is-
thing about that butt is like it feel like it's not the biggest butt in the world,
No,
but it
it's
might
the
be the
perfect
most
one.
beautiful butt in
Yeah.
the world.
Honestly,
Yeah,
He needs to ensure it. That is for sure.
Yes.
I feel like
That
why haven't we
is.
seen it more since that time?
I think
Well,
we
he's
will
a
now
real
that it's been
actor.
released.
Yeah, season 2.
It's
I think you're
season
gonna
2.
get you'll get
I think we need more.
I
you're gonna
know.
get butt and you're gonna get front of butt, and that's what I'm waiting for.
Oh,
Frontal.
you
Front of
think so? But
butt.
even if we get front, it's probably gonna be a prosthetic.
I'll take it.
Yeah,
Well,
it really helps the moment,
narrative.
the
you know?
imagination.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I could just
Okay.
Photoshop it if I really needed to.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
Okay.
sure people already have.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. There's so many
Yeah.
videos out there. Okay, we're going back to the race. Do we prefer a roadblock or a detour?
We do together, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
detour for sure.
detour.
Because then we can pick up the slack. Like, like there's been detours we did where like the cupcake detour, like the little pastries, like I'd assume that I'd be better at it because I'd be like looking at the little details, and he was the one that caught what was wrong. Okay. And then I feel like there's other these other detours we did where you know what I mean? Like I excelled at things that I didn't think I was gonna excel at. So I
Yeah.
definitely think doing it together is good. However, doing a roadblock, it's not this and that. So detour.
It's okay. We like it all.
Detour.
I mean, roadblocks helped us force one the other one do something that we're like,
Yeah.
oh, actually, you could do that by yourself. So,
Yeah.
but still, I choose a detour.
Because you guys love each other. I love it. Are you into showers or baths?
I don't know. We have a really cool shower now.
We have a really cool shower, but I would love a soaking tub. I would love a
Yeah.
soaking tub. I love actually at Magic Mike, I'm with a bunch of straight guys, and last night they were all saying that they don't like baths, and I was like, "Well, explain your baths to me." And they were like, "Oh, I just get in the water and I just sit there for 10 minutes." I'm like, "What am I doing?" And I was like, "You guys aren't taking care of yourselves enough." I was like, you
Candle,
don't
scents.
understand exactly. I was like, you're not bringing a book,
yeah.
you're not bringing wine, you're not bringing candles, you're
All
not
of
bringing
it.
any kind of florals, you're not bringing any kind of bath bomb. They're just getting in hot water and sitting.
That's
And I
weird.
was like, you guys don't care about yourselves enough. So,
No.
That's what you're there for.
yeah, but I'm not going to make them a bath.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I'd say draw them a bath.
That's what it turned into. They were like, you should come and draw me a bath. And I was like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
This is a different kind of movie.
Yeah.
You're really gonna like what the CUCK word is once you see
Yeah.
that. And you put that
Oh,
into
okay.
context. This is getting good. Go ahead, Brian. Final one.
Okay, last one. Do we prefer, because you guys are both performers, the subtle flex, or are we total attention whores?
I'm a subtle flex.
You got to pick?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I'm like a total attention whore for sure. I love to hold court. But I don't like to perform for people. I feel like it's two different things.
That's
He
true.
does like to perform for people. I don't like to perform, but I do.
What do you mean?
Even that's a performance. I feel like, however, like, yeah, I just like to hold court. I like
I
to,
love it.
I
Your
think that's
presence be
Bob.
known.
Yeah, Bob's the burger. Bob the drag queen on Traders got himself into so much trouble because he cannot help but hold court.
It's true.
And I was real discouraged because I was like, damn, that's exactly me. And I have to watch it because
then
that's
he got
exactly what I
cut.
like to do.
Right.
100%.
Doing some
We're
creative training.
doing a traders night for my birthday in a couple
Oh,
weeks. And I have
I'm
to keep
jealous.
remembering. I'm like,
Fun.
don't hold court. Don't hold court.
It's okay.
Don't do it. He's gonna be Ellen Cumming.
Yeah.
See, he says subtle flex, but he's gonna be Ellen Cumming.
That's
So,
amazing. Yeah.
I would love you guys on the Traders. It is such a good show.
I would love
Uh-huh.
us on the Traders too. I would love us on the Traders as well. I would love us on Amazing Race season 40. If they're gonna do a
Yes.
returner season.
should, like Survivor.
100%. I would love to see if they ever did Blood versus Water. I'd be terrible at Survivor, but like for sure we should do it.
Make it happen.
I think Brett's very physical. I'm not as physical as I look, so I don't need to do any of those shows. But I also need to be on a bunch of shows. That's not what I want. But those ones for sure.
Well, they're good challenges, right? And you guys seem to really embrace those.
Yeah,
So
sounds fun.
you should.
Honestly, we're just game people. I just want to play games
But
professionally.
the problem is with things like Survivor and stuff, you guys would be against each other. Like at one
true.
point, you're gonna have to write one of each other's names down and kick you off the island. That's
Okay,
gonna be a
and
little.
this is
That's fine.
I don't want to. Yeah,
That's
100.
okay.
Well, I don't want.
We can
I
do
don't,
that.
I,
And I would be happy.
I don't want to play all of our cards yet. But that's the great thing about the race is
Get 'em out.
people's yeah, yeah. People see it. People have only really experienced us as very nice, compassionate. They don't know.
They don't know
Oh
that.
gosh, we went
competitive,
to
they don't,
game night.
which is exactly.
Yeah.
I will get you, but you don't know that yet.
We went to like a game night with some new friends and some new and old friends, and they were
It was so
a very chill game. And Mark and I just like is a lot of like talking and negotiating, and Mark and I just jumped in and like started like the bean game.
Oh, the bean game.
Yeah, and I think they were not ready for our energy, and like one guy was just like, like told Mark he was the
Yeah.
devil.
Oh my God. He's like, I'm not going to trade with you. And I was like, why? And he's like, you're the devil. And I was like, oh, okay. And then we had this game night last week where it's our usual core group of like 5, 6 or whatever. And then a new girl who never met any of us or been there before. And it was the end of the game. And she got to choose in order who got to escape the apocalypse, get on the ship. Not everyone was going to make it onto the ship.
As one does.
Usually usually it's decided by a game mechanic, but this specific game, someone got to choose instead of the game mechanic. And so it was real silent. And she goes, everyone's like, well, who's your first choice? And she goes, Mark. I think we should choose Mark because like he helped, organize everything, and everybody was just aghast. They were like, we would never choose Mark, but it was someone that we didn't know. So all that to say, I think because people don't really know our gameplay style yet, I think
It's
that
in
would be
you.
an advantage. Yeah.
I love it. Mark, Brett, thank you so much for being such an inspiration on The Amazing Race, showing us what love is. It's all about the heart. Where can our chosen fam follow you? Give us the instas.
Instagram, mine's Paquito Schwoll, but my name also works.
Brett Hamby as well. So Mark Romain, no E, no E.
No E,
Mark
everyone.
Romain, no E, and with a K.
We
K no E.
K no E.
and not voted
and
off the ship.
And not voted off the ship?
By the new girl. That really stressed me out. I was stressed for her in that story.
I'm first on the ship. Yeah.
Yes,
Wait, no,
exactly.
I'm not only am I on the ship, I'm number 1 on the ship.
Got it.
So
yes,
I'm
the apocalypse.
indispensable. You can also find us on TikTok at Brett and Mark. And that's it.
You guys are a dream. We love your energy. We love the two of you. Best of luck in all of the endeavors. Chosen fam, make sure you follow these two on all of their next adventures. And remember, stay loud, stay laughing. We'll catch you on the next one. Love you guys. Bye.
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 This was Out Loud and Laughing.
We're available everywhere you get your podcasts: Spotify, Apple, YouTube, iHeart, or wherever.